afternoon. Thank you for having me here. Let me introduce Aillerion to you. Aillerion is a company not very well known on the Polish market due to we do most of our business abroad. About 2 years ago, we have taken over SoftwareMind, which has had a vast experience in financial services, and mostly because of one product they have been working on and developing with one of the most advanced Polish banks in terms of digital banking. And this product was filling a gap that we have been seeing between the e-banking that most of the banks were providing, where simple services were sold, and the traditional branch offices that banks used to acquire customers and used to serve the customers in all of the products, especially the product where they're making the most money on. And the gap was identified as being able to be provided through something called a virtual branch, where we offer live agents talking to the customer, using IP telephony, using chat sessions, all the modern communication methods of accessing the customer. In the meantime, integrating it very highly with the internal services and systems of the bank, which means that this is a very natural communication channel for all the customers, because digital revolution is one thing, but on the other side is the evolution of the customer behavior that you have to keep in mind as well. So having implemented the system turned out to be extremely successful in most of our customers in Poland, also abroad, that I would like to tell you more about.
Currently, billions of people use the internet every day. Institutions like banks are everywhere, on the streets, and even in your pocket. But I'm afraid that's not enough. Do you know that banks lose roughly 22% of their clients just because they don't notice them on their website? It's a big challenge, but we know how to solve it. The answer is to engage your clients actively and offer them virtual banking, which is as effective as face-to-face interactions. New approach to customer will increase interactions by 400% and boost conversions more than several times over. Your clients are unique. Some of them have very limited time. That's why you should take care of them at any time of the day. Even when Kate is trying to fill out a credit loan, what if you could help her before she even asks for help? Some clients need your expert knowledge. Bankers, not just banks, should be everywhere. At the important meeting, and afterwards as well. This is how John buys company shares with the help of professional, high-quality advice. Not even being in the bank, but having the full scope of transactions at his fingertips. In fact, more than 66% of transactions initiated via LiveBank are finalized. Mobility means being available everywhere, all the time. Clients like Pitt want to be able to ask simple questions or make a bank transfer no matter where they are. Thanks to biometric voice authentication, you don't even need a password. For us, addressing these needs is the future. A future where video communication will be standard and almost 40% of brick-and-mortar branches will be closed. Why not unlock the potential right now and take better care of your customers while saving half your service costs with LiveBank, virtual branch technology. Are you ready? Are you ready for the future? LiveBank, every banking.
So our customers call it variously. Some call it expert online, some call it online advisor. We call it LiveBank. We have implemented this system at mBank 3 years ago, and it's since then very popularly used. In 2014, we had around 500,000 interactions. Right now, we are present already in 11 countries with more than 40 million customers being served and 11 million interaction, and we see it's just only starting to grow. Of course, video communication not the only channel. Chat is very important in this area, and the supporting of the agent how to use chat effectively. Having said about mBank, we implemented this in Poland initially for Santander Group. Today also PKO BP is joining us, so most of the big banks in Poland were using this system already for several years. We have been successful rolling out to Asian countries, where initially we standard chartered launching this system in Singapore, where it was very successful. Standard Chartered decided to roll it out to 10 countries, which 8 of them already live today. The same happened in West Europe, where we launched it with Commerzbank, where we serve more than 9 million customers of this bank, and system is also being perceived very attractively at these customers. Today we are attracting the Tier 1 banks all over the world, within places like Middle East. Today Piraeus Bank went live also in Greece, where we are implementing our services on ATM machines as well, so which means that this is kind of an intermediary version for them of being able to closing down their branches, so not to have this experience network anymore. We are working also with fintechs, which have the problem of acquiring customers. And this kind of services help them to see there is some life behind this. Yes, so it's helping with the credibility, but also is helping with onboarding of customers, which is a challenge that Mr. Lachowski in the morning was telling about. Our system in Germany helps to verify the customer, which means that we can prove his identity by onboarding him, which cannot be done because of regulatory reasons in Poland. So that kind of services are being today by us rolled out all over the world. So we have 35 projects on 5 continents going. And we are, of course, working in developing the system functionally. So not only to serve various communication channels, not only being highly integrated with the banks that we serve, not only growing our sales capabilities and operational capabilities to be able to serve customers on many continents, but especially develop functionalities in area of know your clients, which means customer onboarding, emotions, verifying the identity of the customer, very important for the fintech sector, of signing. Today we are transacting with the customer that is accustomed to, for example, SMS codes to approve transaction. Important element of this system is that transactions being conducted within it. The conversion rates are very high, but people are used to physical signature that we see. So that's why these are kind of technologies that we implement in our systems today, as also vice biometrics, yes? That the customer can be identified and verified in the way he speeches without the necessity of putting any passwords, which is an invention of 40 years ago that we still use. And we are also working on machine learning, that our systems will be able to support the agent that is sitting on the other hand. And this is a demo of a machine learning system that we are working on and will be introduced next year. Chat today is used in 70% of the communication, so we see 30% of communication video being used and 70% chat. So we are working on automating this channel, because today it's being served by the agent in the backend, but we want to automate it through machine learning. And talking about impact, I think that there is a lot of things that the government can do to support companies like ours, and we see a lot of government people present at this conference. So I've been asked also to put some points that might be interesting from their point of view of how they can support the development of companies like ours that tend to export our technologies. So thank you very much, and I invite all the fintechs to explore our technologies in the banks as well. Thank you.